Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. In a world filled with endless opportunities, why would two men who have built 13 multi-million-dollar businesses altruistically invest 5 hours per day to teach you the best practice business systems and moves that you can use? Because they believe in you, and they have a lot of time on their hands. They started from the bottom, now they're here. It's the Thrive Time Show, starring the former U.S. Small Business Administration's Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark, and the entrepreneur trapped inside an optometrist's body, Dr. Robert Zillner. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses.
Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colin Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of 5, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the CNC up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom.
All right, Thrive Nation, on today's show, we're going to have a conversation today specifically about how to grow a successful company. And if you want to follow along today, folks, you just go to thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. And a lot of people tell me, Clay, I didn't know this book. Where can I find the book? So we go to thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. That's thrivetimeshow.com. Let me pull it up here. thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. And you pull it up there. And when you go there, you can download the book here, A Millionaire's Guide, How to Become Sustainably Rich. And we're going to be on page number 116. And I will read here. This is from Jack Welch, the former CEO of GE. He says, make sure that everybody in your company comes to work every day trying to find a better way. You have to absolutely look outside, inside, know that somebody is doing it better than you, and you've got to drive that into every person in your organization. There is a better way of doing this. You may be number one, but you're only number one for as long as the snapshot in time is now. And somebody is always shooting at you. So this is a drive that people have to come with. He's talking about this idea of we always have to improve. We have to focus on getting better. I would call this iterations. I might call this Kaizen. Someone says Kaizen? Kaizen is a concept, an Oriental concept of continual improvement. So if you know somebody who's a gifted piano player, maybe someone who's a gifted musician, a gifted guitarist, over time, if they keep practicing, they get better and better and better. It's this idea of continual improvement. And I think a lot of times people think that success is from A to B and then you're done. But it's continual improvement. And so I'm joined here today with the founder of BunkyLife.com, a company that's doing well, but always getting better. And without any further ado, David Fraser, welcome onto the Thrive Time Show. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, Clay. Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, so let's talk about this real quick, this idea of continual improvement. And by the way, I'm joined with MC, who is, MC, how old are you?
I'm 15 and a half.
15 and a half. So she's getting better, but she was born yesterday. So let's talk about this. So she works in the office. So I wanted to bring her on today's show. So let's talk about this, Dave. When did you first start BunkyLife.com? And I'm going to take some notes here.
Well, I guess technically 2015, we started renting out our first bunkies. And then we started selling them to other people in 2017. And it's been a process of continual improvement. We started manufacturing our own bunkies in 2020, I guess we'll say. And then we started manufacturing it ourselves in our own factory in 2021. And it's been Kaizen the whole time. I've totally embraced what's called lean manufacturing, which is a model of Kaizen that applies to manufacturing. It's also known as Six Sigma. And man, that's what it's all about. If you can get 1% better every day, you know how much better you got that year?
Now, this is big. Again, if you get 1% better every day, it'll be 365% better for the year. And I want people to really...
Actually, it's more. It's more because that 1% compounds. It's more than 365%.
I want people to know this idea, and I want to hammer this, is that when I, built my first business, and as you built your company, what I do every week with my companies, I'll just show you what I used to do. I don't own this company anymore, but this is what I would do, Dave. I go to my website every week, and I'd sit down with my team every single week for a weekly meeting. And in that weekly meeting, I'd take an hour in the meeting to work on the business. So I'd look at it and I'd go. Now, again, I didn't build this website. I haven't owned this website for years, haven't been involved with the company for over 10 years. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, what could I do to make this better? So let me show you something I do work on every day. So if you go to thrivetimeshow.com, I look at it and I'm going, MC, the most popular button on our website that people click is testimonials. Why do you think that the most number one clicked button that we have on our business coaching business is the testimonials button?
Because people don't want to take your word for it. They want to hear what other people like them are saying.
Right. So what I did is, this is just recent updates. So we have over 2,000 testimonials. And I thought, you know what I should do is I should probably put what I would consider to be the most realistic success stories at the top. Because sometimes people have testimonials about how they grew their business by 8 times or 20 times. It seems almost unbelievable. So I thought, you know what? Let me put some of my longtime clients up here who've grown by 10 times or 8 times, but not 50 times. And I'll have some of those big success stories at the bottom, but I'm going to put the ones that to me are the easiest to believe. They're the most plausible, the most realistic kind of thing. And I'm always adding the best testimonials to the top. So even though we have 2,000 testimonials, I'm always adding the best one to the top. Let's go to Bunky Life now. Bunky Life, what are maybe some iterations that you've been making, some little changes that to you are nice updates and things maybe other people wouldn't know if they don't go to your website every day?
So if you go to About, we added a whole section that's just, we added video reviews. So there's not just people's text, which is what it was like, I think, actually prior to working with you, Clay.
Yeah.
We started adding these videos. Now, we already had these videos. We played them sometimes. They were on a YouTube channel, but we wanted to put them more front and center. So now, as you scroll through this, you're still going to get the Google reviews kind of sporadically threaded through.
Yep.
But then you're also going to get like real life video of people building their bunkie or finishing their bunkie or whatever. It just adds you're hitting people on different levels, because some people like to read, some people don't, some people like to watch videos, some people don't, some people like to listen to stuff, some people don't. So try to hit everybody on every different angle here.
And now, in terms of the product itself, what are maybe some changes you've made or new products that you've introduced here over the past, a couple of years? You've learned some things here over the past 5-6 years. What are some new products you've introduced?
So everybody keeps saying make the lofts bigger and better, and make it taller. And so we've introduced something called the Haven, which is our biggest and best bunkie with a loft. And then actually this past year we introduced a version of it where the loft goes all the way to the back wall. So it's almost like a whole second story. And that was just based on customer feedback. And then we've also introduced larger models, because here in Canada there's some new rules where you can build a little bigger without needing a permit. So we took advantage of that right away. We were the first company to do that. And so these Rockwood bunkie you're looking at here, that's 160 square feet, which is 15 square meters. And you can build that without a permit in a lot of places in Ontario. So, just staying ahead on the trends, staying ahead of what people want, and listening to your customers. So they tell you often, oh, I wish it was like this. And then you can sometimes do it and sometimes you don't.
Now, MC, do you play sports?
Yes.
What sports do you play?
I play lacrosse.
Okay. And are you getting pretty good? Are you to a point where you feel like you're getting better? Or how would you describe your lacrosse at this point?
Yeah, I would say I've definitely gotten a lot better. I switched positions from playing in the field to playing goalie, probably I'd say 2 years ago.
You're a goalie?
Yes, I am. It's scary, but it definitely has challenged me, and I've had to put in a lot of work to get better.
And do you practice every week or every month, or how does that work?
Whenever we're in season, I practice twice a week, maybe 3 times, and stay after practice.
Okay, but it's a consistency thing.
Yes.
So you're not doing like a one practice and then you're done.
No, you can't do that.
Okay. And then do you have to hit the weights or work out with that, or no?
Every day.
Every day. So it's a process. Yep. Ongoing.
Yep.
And I want to make sure I'm doing a good job teaching, Dave. I want to make sure we're teaching people something here. The idea of continual improvement, you have events and then you have processes. So when you grow a company, the event is, I'm going to start the company. I'm going to have a logo. I have a name. That's maybe a process, but the continual improvement is where the real growth happens. Dave, what would you say to anybody out there that's going, my business is different and I don't necessarily need to get video reviews every week and Google reviews every week and improve my business every week and tweak my website? What would you say to someone who's like, it's more of an event for me?
Well, I mean, you're going to stay where you're at. If you like where you're at, then that's probably where you're going to stay. In fact, you'll slowly start to sink if you just stay where you're at. because you're either improving or you're dying. But if you want to grow, if you want to improve, then you have to do the things every day consistently that cause growth and improvement.
I find that
And be diligent
most
about it.
people who are super successful do not struggle with boredom, and they tend to board down. So today, MC shadowing me. She happens to work here on the video team. And so she asked how she could get better at sales and learn different things. So I said, you can shadow. And every single day, I print off my to-do list, my calendar, and then I go get it done. That's what I do every day. So get up at 3, alarm goes off. Get up at 3, make my to-do list, knock stuff out, go to bed at 9. Every single day. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's a thing. And I think that the genius of it is over time, you start to go, now I understand why you're so well read. Oh, now I understand why you know these business systems. Not because I got motivated one day to read business books, but it's because it's a part of my process. It's a habitual thing. But again, the people that are not successful, I find that they tend to idea hop, always looking for a new idea, a new podcast, a new sport, a new boyfriend, a new girlfriend, a new job, a new vision. New year, new you, new month, new year, new. There's a lot of that idea hopping. I'd love to get your thoughts on why super successful tend to board down while the rest of the world tends to struggle with boredom. I'd just love to get your thoughts on those two different mindsets, Dave.
Well, I just think it boils down to like the world rewards the people that are the best at what they do generally, right? So if you're the best at whatever your thing is, then you're going to get outsized and disproportionate compensation for that. If though you're just you're generally okay at this thing and that thing, and you're hopping around a lot, you're never going to go deep into that thing, and you're never going to become the best at that, whatever that little niche is. And so you're just not going to ever receive outsized compensation. So the people that just hop around, I mean, it's like, it's a natural consequence of that is they're only going to ever be able to go shallow on each of those little things they hop around on it.
And I wish that success was more complicated so that I could, this is a complicated idea, and I'm the only one who understands it. No, I mean, I think a lot of times if you go to entrepreneurship college, you can take 6 years of college or 8 years of college. You could go to infinite amounts of business college. This just in, and they will keep teaching you things over and over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, there's really just 4 phases to growing a successful company. Step 1, you have to find a problem that people have. Step 2, you have to solve that problem. Step 3, you have to sell the solution. And step 4, you nail it and scale it. And then you just keep doing those over and over and over and over and over. So as you're growing, I know you're beginning to see compound results based upon the seeds you've sown. Could you talk about some of the growth you've seen at Bunky Life here as you've continued? Because again, you started with one Bunky Life, you would be about one product, and now it's grown and grown. Can you talk about kind of the growth pattern that you're on without maybe giving any, numbers away that you don't want to give away there, sir?
Yeah. I mean, for us, it was just once you figure out how to solve someone's problem, you really know how to articulate that problem. They might not even know how to express themselves. Then there's going to be a lot of those people that want you to solve the problem. And so it was a matter of, for us, it was like, okay, we can do this on a small scale. How can we do this faster and better and for more people? And now we're doing it. And then how can we figure out how to do this solution for people across Canada? And then now, of course, the challenge is how can we do this across North America? That's what we're kind of growing into right now. And each step of that way, there's these little hurdles and these things you got to bash your head against for a good month or two just to figure out. So starting a factory was a big hurdle, but we're kind of there now. Yep. And now we got to figure out how do we get these going out in effect or cost effectively across North America.
And full disclosure,
that's our current struggle.
I just bought 2 Bunky Life. I would call these log cabins. I just bought 2 from you, or we're buying 2 from you. And the reason why I'm saying that is I'll probably show you video footage of them in coming weeks, folks, as they get here. And what I'm doing is I have a working theory that if I buy 2 bunkies and put one in the mall at Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I do think that people will want to stop by and will want to learn more. And I believe that I think this might be an effective way to get this particular product in front of more people. And so I think it's a great idea. I think people will want to learn more about them if they run into them at the mall. And maybe my idea doesn't work, but I won't know unless I act. So I define what I think is going to work. Then I have to act, and I will measure the results and then refine as need be. And so we bought one for the office, and we bought one here for the actual mall, and we're buying 2 because I think that more people will want to buy them when they encounter them in a upscale mall environment. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it doesn't work. But the only way I'm going to know is to define what I think is going to work, act, measure, refine. Define, act, measure, refine. That's the rhythm. Define, act, measure, refine. Super Dave, I'll give you the final word there, sir. For anybody out there that wants to learn more about Bunkie Life, what would be the final word you want to give everybody out there, sir?
Check out bunkielife.com, and I would even encourage you to take the quiz, bunkielife.com/clay. That's BUNKIE life.com/clay. And you can answer 10 questions, figure out if the Bunkie Life is the right fit for you.
Super Dave, I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, appreciate it, Clay. Thanks for your time.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you, MC.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. That they taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, But that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. One month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you are looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country, where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant, and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us.
This is our old house.
right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring, and then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us to make sure that you actually like it, make sure training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25-35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before, he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people, because we're not just dog trainers, we are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.